I've contributed a piece of audio which was a conversation between Vivian Suter, Elizabeth Wilde and I in their house in Paranhachel, Guatemala, in which, during which Flor, one of the dogs, who later died unfortunately in between the film shoots, she died, but started interrupting us with really loud barking and growling, and then the other dogs started joining in, and while this was happening we were trying to understand what was wrong. So there's Elizabeth and Vivian, sometimes in English, sometimes in Swiss German, trying to calm the dogs, and I'm talking about how they're angry and what they're angry, and they're just growling and being animals in the background, the sound. In these days my material is film, 16mm film, which then gets presented digitally or on film, and painting. These are the materials of painting that I've been doing, returned to in the last 3 years, and film that I've been doing the last, I don't know, 16 years, 20 years. So there are, like most artists, I guess I have strands of material, let's say. But I think one of the things about my films that's quite important is actually material itself, as in like things are really very much tangible in the film. So it might be, there may be people and there may be a situation, a place which is particularly remarkable in some way or drew me in, but it's really a lot of how people touch things and the space between people and the space between people and things, and some desire on my part to really try to communicate the experience that I had there or that I witnessed, and therefore understand it better by filming it. So filming is like pick up something, you know, whatever is the object of attention, and turn it over and understand it, and get to the bottom of why I'm making connections between that and something else, or why I'm interested in it. Well, the film in the exhibition here in Athens is a film with these characters, these people rather, Vivian Suter and Elizabeth Wilde, who are both artists in the exhibition. And that conversation happened on the second visit I made with them, the first film shoot during that. And we weren't filming, but we were just talking, and I was recording the conversation. And I think it's remarkable how they live. These two older women, mother and daughter. The mother is in her 90s, the daughter in her 60s. And both artists making work every day, no matter what. And staying home, really, with their dogs, which are 3 or 4 at different times, and with a couple of villagers, Mayan people who are the local people there who take care of them and take care of the property, and another male and another woman, Francisca, who comes to cook for them. So they have a sort of mini economy there, which in a way is a sort of colonial situation at the same time, also post-colonial situation, of course, but also a very carefully managed and nurturing way of living together and working together. So that conversation that I recorded is really interesting to me, that the dogs interrupted it and that they carry on, and just listening to it without images I find interesting, because the dogs are so physically there and different from the women, you know, and I think that way that they are barking and growling and extremely aggressive, and we are just saying, oh, it's almost as if they're angry about that, and we're trying to interpret it. It's so funny in a way, and shows very strongly the difference, the big chasm, if you like, between animals and people, and also the closeness and this sort of emotional complexity that we all experience.